and welcome back to Sports the NEMO Way, the San Diego Chargers episode. That's fucking right, San Diego,
Yeah.
not this LA shit. So be prepared to hear that the rest of the episode. But yes, we are doing the Chargers 7-on-7 team. Unfortunately, only 4 of us are here right now. Me, Drew, Uncle Doug, and Ray. We're missing Wade tonight. Not Drew, sorry. I'm just used to Drew being late.
We're here.
So
We're back.
Wade said he might be able to show up late, but he didn't sound promising. So I would say we're going to do this Chargers episode with 4 guys, but that's all right.
Yeah, and reason Drew's here early is because we implemented a new attendance policy, and we just can't afford not to be here on time.
Yeah, it's like the NBA second apron, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to start taking draft picks from Drew, you know?
Draft pick.
All right. Well, that being said, let's get started. Drew, who is your Chargers quarterback?
Well, I thought about 2 guys for a little while, but I ended up going with Phillip Rivers.
As did I.
I did too. I think Wade would be disappointed in us, though.
Yeah.
Why? Who
Wait.
would you have picked?
And Wade likes Fouts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I
okay.
didn't. Fouts
Well,
was
I mean,
Fouts wasn't in my second. I thought about Herbert, honestly.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I really did. But I ended up going with Phillip Rivers just because he had a little better completion percentage. He's like basically 65% for his career completion percentage. He's got over 60,000 passing yards, 400 touchdowns. He's 8-time Pro Bowler. I mean, he was in San Diego forever until he decided to do 1 year in Indy.
Well,
When he couldn't even throw the ball more than 20 yards.
But we won, 11 games and made it to the playoffs.
Hey.
Better than what we've been doing here recently.
It's true.
yeah, you guys went 11-5. That's true.
But I mean, Phillip Rivers was that guy for a little while in San Diego. I mean, they had some good years. We've talked about it for a while. They definitely underperformed in those years. Not just him, but like the whole team as a total. They just when playoffs came around, they just couldn't get the job done. But
Yeah, they just couldn't stay classy in San Diego.
Didn't he have something major happen to him that he had to come back from in the middle of his career? Didn't he have like cancer or something? Like
Yeah,
a
12,000
tumor?
kids.
Yeah,
He does that. He does
Yeah,
have
a
a
lot of
boatload
kids. On his games, it says he from 2006 until he retired, he played all 16 games every year. So I don't know.
Hmm. I just had that in my head. Like he had to come back from something. Who knows?
Paternity leave.
I'm pretty sure he's still married to the same lady that he has all the kids with.
I bet that lady's wore out.
They have so many. It's ridiculous.
All right. Well, does anybody have anything else to add on all Rivers?
No.
He was unanimous. All right, Uncle Doug, do you have a position player for us?
I do, and I think you guys can guess because I talk about him a lot. I have Bambi, Lance Allworth.
Oh yeah.
I do too.
Oh, but I don't have him.
Oh,
Oh no. Good thing that's another one of Wade's boys.
yeah. Wade always he goes with me on Lance. Lance is a Hall of Famer, 7-time Pro Bowler, 6-time All-Pro. He's got a Super Bowl championship, an AFL championship. He was the 1963 UPI AFL Player of the Year. He played from 62 to 72. The last 2 years were with Dallas. The rest of the time was with San Diego. He had 493 receptions for 9,584 yards, giving him a yards per reception of 19.4. To go along with 81 touchdowns. He had a few rushing attempts, a couple rushing touchdowns. But he was just a great receiver starting off in the AFL and then there through the merger. some amazing seasons. He led the league, looks like 3 times in yards. He had a season of 1,602 yards on 69 catches for a yards per reception of 23.2 for the season.
That is pretty nuts.
Yeah, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 yard seasons. He led the league in touchdowns 3 times with a 13, a 14, and a 13. He had a couple years, actually 3, where he averaged over 100 yards per game. So,
Nice.
Allworth pretty good.
All righty, Ray. Do you have a position player for us?
I do. I went with a old fella around the same time period, or Allworth guy. He's an Hall of Famer, 3-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro. I went with Charlie Joyner.
I did as well. Charlie Joyner is another really good one.
He spent, let's see here, 11 years in San Diego, 9,203 yards, 15.7 yards per reception, with 47 touchdowns. And it looks like he's got some negative rushing yards, which is kind of funny.
Well, he's got one thing going for him. He was born in October.
There you
Oh
go.
my God.
This stat's got to go away.
Freaking October.
They're just adding nothing to it.
Hey, Alex and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people born in October. Like every time we do this, 3 or 4 guys on the list. He was born in October. Like,
Hey,
Yeah.
can I say?
I think the next list I make, I'm going to be like, who was born in July? And I'll pick every freaking July birthday there.
All right. Well, you done there, Ray?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, I am going to go with none other than LaDainian Tomlinson.
I did as well.
He's a
I did
great
too.
running back for this type of game. You're talking about one of the greatest receiving backs of all time. But I mean, he was also a phenomenal runner of the ball as well. But that's not really what we're talking about. He had a season with 100 receptions, which I can't remember off the top of my head. But how many back? He was on a small. There's only a small list of guys that have done that, but I can't remember how many it was now off the top of my head. I apologize. Running backs that have had 100 receptions.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
sure it's him, Marshall. Sure, I think Thurman Thomas had a year of it. I'm guessing Alvin Kamara probably had a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean he's a guy that has almost 4,800 receiving yards for his career. That was on top of getting almost to 14,000 rushing yards. Putting them together, you're at about 18 or almost 18,000 yards from scrimmage, which is pretty phenomenal. 5 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pros, came in second Rookie of the Year. He won the MVP one year when he set the all-time rushing touchdown record. So just a very versatile all-around back. You'd think, he catches 100 balls in a season, and you'd think he'd be a little scat back, but no, he plunged the ball in from the goal line regularly. He has 145 rushing touchdowns for his career, 28 in a season one time. Led the league in rushing touchdowns 3 times. Led the league in rushing yards once. One of my all-time favorite backs, to be honest. So yeah, and he was unanimous. So there you go. Now we're back around to you, Drew.
Well, I've got another receiver. I went with old Keenan Allen.
So did I.
Yeah.
Yep, I did too.
for this last year, Chicago. He spent his first 10 years or 11 years in the league with San Diego. With his time in San Diego, he had 10,000 receiving yards, almost 60 touchdowns. He averaged 11.5 yards a catch. Whoever the quarterback was in San Diego and LA for those 11 years, that was their safety blanket. I mean, I kind of already knew that, but then it was kind of the same thing this year again in Chicago. He's so good at getting open on those 5-6 yard outs. No matter who's guarding him, he just finds a way to get open. He's been consistent throughout his whole career. He's had little injury problems here recently, but he's just a good receiver. But
Indeed, he is. And another unanimous, by the way. Let's keep stacking these unanimous up, guys.
That's all right.
Uncle Doug, do you have another player for us?
I do, and I'm hoping he'll be unanimous. Antonio Gates.
Yep.
I have Antonio as well.
All right. Came out of nowhere and was a phenomenal tight end. 6'4", 255. Wasn't born in October, but yeah, we'll let that slide, I guess. Played 16 years with the Chargers. Had 955 receptions for 11,841 yards, 12.4 yards per catch, 116 touchdowns. He is in the Hall of Fame, had 8 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros, the All-2000s team, and then he had a couple more second-team All-Pros. He had 3 first-team and a couple second-team. He was just kind of the prototypical tight end there for a few years.
Yeah. Big body, hard to tackle.
And a jump ball specialist.
Oh, yeah.
He played, power forward in college basketball.
He was just an athlete.
Oh,
Indeed.
yeah.
Philip Rivers loved him.
All right. Well, Ray, I think we're back around to you, buddy.
All right. This fella, his middle name is Boswell. He was born in St. Louis, Missouri. He's a Hall of Famer, 5-time Pro Bowler, 3 All-Pro, Hall of Fame All-80s team. It's Kellen Winslow.
Yeah,
so
so I had
that's
Winslow.
my last one.
Yep, got him as well.
All right. All 9 years in San Diego. 6,741 yards, 12.5 yards per reception with 67 touchdowns. And he didn't even attempt rushing, so that's good on him.
No, I mean, did we put him on our all-time tight ends list?
No, I don't think so. I could put Gates on. I think that was the debate between Gates and Winslow. I think we ended up going with Gates.
Well, we definitely talked about him.
Oh, yeah. We
Yes.
talked about it.
Yeah.
Man, this is going to be a big team.
Yeah.
Big quarterback, big tight ends. Tomlinson was kind of big, wasn't he?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Stocky. I mean, he wasn't tall. He's like
Yeah.
5'10" or 5'11", something like that. All right. Well, I guess we're back around to me. I went with another receiver. I went with Vincent Jackson.
Yep, I did too.
He was also 6'5", 230.
He's my last one. Yep.
Yeah. He spent first 7 years of his career in San Diego, before he went to Tampa. A couple Pro Bowls while he was in San Diego. Was a good big-bodied jump ball receiver. Box guys out, go up and get balls. It's always nice with that. Get you some good red zone attempts. Throwing the ball up to him. I thought it would be a good option for old Rivers to throw to. I'm out, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
All right, I got one left. And I went with what the kids call a spice pick.
Oh boy.
I went with Austin Eckler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's good.
Let's see. 7 years in L.A., San Diego. 4,355 yards, 39 touchdowns. And I can never tell on the receiving yards.
Yeah, he had 100 reception season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That surprised me, honestly.
But I always like Austin Eckler. He was always a good quality back.
Yeah, it was.
I even took a look at Lad McConkey. Only been there 1 year, so I passed him. He had a pretty good season this year
He did.
as a rookie. I think he's going to be good for him. If he can stay healthy.
I think the Chargers are going to be pretty good here shortly.
Yeah.
Maybe even as much as this year. I don't know. I would say they're going to be dominant or anything right now, but I think they're going to keep improving.
Yeah, they pick up a tight end to give Herbert a safety valve, which there's some good ones out there, and a lot of the mock drafts have.
They've been building their line for a little while.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep building the line, and Harbaugh will get it done.
And they were really trying to shed money too.
Yeah.
They didn't really have any money to sign anybody because they had a bunch of bad contracts.
Yeah.
And I think they've started to shed some of those.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't have that many guys. What is that, 9, Ray?
Yeah. Did I make a oopsie on one of the counts? 4, 8, 12.
I think you get only. I thought only 2 of us had Jackson, or did you have Jackson?
Oh, there's only 2 on
I
Jackson?
think it was just me and Drew, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
All right.
Okay, that
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the right.
Yeah, we're good. So Rivers, Tomlinson, Allen, Gates, and Winslow are all already in. So we already have 5 guys in. So we only have 4 guys for 2 spots. Allworth, Joyner, Jackson, and Eckler. I don't have any super strong feelings, guys.
Yeah, I don't really either.
Yeah, it's that. I kind of like to see Allworth get in, and then after that,
Yeah, that's why I am too.
I don't
Want
care
Allworth
between
in,
I don't
but-
care between Joyner, Jackson, or Jackson and Joyner. Then I'm guessing because
How current is Jackson? What year does he play?
Jackson retired just a couple years ago, didn't he?
Oh, okay.
2016, so like 9 years ago, I guess. But
Okay.
as long as Allworth gets in, I don't care between Joyner and Jackson, honestly. Or even if you want to put another running back, I'll move around. I just
No, I mean it's not.
see Allworth get on. It'd be nice.
I don't know. I don't know. That's my spice pick. I'll go up to Allworth. That's not a big deal.
so Eckler is gone.
Yeah.
So it's either Jackson or Joyner. Well, somebody want to send Wade a text? You think he'd answer us?
I got the game up on my phone.
I can do it. I got it. I'll text him.
Yeah, I say we just go with what Wade thinks. And
Do the defense in the meantime.
yeah, sounds good.
All right.
What's Joyner's first name?
Jackie.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie Joyner. Okay.
Jackie Joyner Kersey?
She's
I knew what you were saying there, right?
she's a good athlete.
I was
She
trying to get
is.
there.
St. Louis, too.
All right. Well, Drew, I think we're to you, buddy. Do you have a defender for us?
I do. Gil Bird.
I do as well.
Yep, I got him myself.
He doesn't have like as many accolades and stuff. He only has 2 Pro Bowls and 1 All-Pro. But they say he was just a dominant defensive back for the Chargers. They didn't really get much recognition. I mean, he has 42 interceptions for his 10 years. And he had a span here when he went 7-7-7-6-4 in his career with interceptions. I mean, he had 3 straight years of 7 interceptions. I know he doesn't have a lot of accolades and stuff, but like I mean, it always helps to have corners and stuff. He was a corner his whole career for 10 years. So, I mean, he was.
Well, he's an older guy.
Yeah, he's older. Yeah,
So,
I mean, he played during the '80s. He was on there. He probably would have been on that Super Bowl team. I think. Probably that last towards the end of his career, he was probably on that Super Bowl team that got killed by the the 49ers. I think maybe. I'm trying to remember which year that was.
He's their all-time leading receiver or interceptor.
So, but
All right. Well, Uncle Doug, do you got another guy for us?
I do. Another corner. Quentin Jammer.
Yep.
yep, I do too.
He was a stud for a little while.
He was. Again, not a lot of accolades. Just a really solid corner. Played for 12 seasons, 11 of them in San Diego. Had 21 interceptions during that time. 7 forced fumbles. 10 fumble recoveries. Ran a fumble back for a touchdown and an interception back for a touchdown. 735 combo tackles, 600 solo tackles, 11 tackles for loss. Just a solid corner.
Absolutely. All right, Ray, I think we're around to you, buddy.
All right. Now that I think about it, I don't know if he's on another team already, but I went with Antonio Cromartie.
I did as well.
I did as well.
I did too.
We'd put a Cromartie somewhere, but I don't think we put him in anybody 2 places. We did.
No,
No, I don't
think so.
remember him being
I think
more
he should
than
be okay.
one other one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And he played in San Diego for 4 years. 15 interceptions, 2 for touchdown. 2 fumble recoveries and 1 for a touchdown, and 165 combined tackles.
I think he's the one that picked off Peyton Manning like 5 times in one game.
I think that's
Yeah,
that's
probably.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because Wade tells a story about sitting at Grandma's house just watching Peyton keep throwing the ball at him.
I imagine Wade wasn't just watching. I bet he had a comment or two.
Yeah.
Probably telling Peyton to quit throwing the ball at him after probably after the second one.
Yeah.
How old would Wade have been?
That was in, I think it was in 2007. So Wade would have been 15, 16.
Oh, boy.
So possible cuss words.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Depends on who was sitting there.
Yes, as
Right.
long as he wasn't sitting next to Grandma or something.
As
If
long-
Grandma was
as
in the
long as Mom
kitchen,
wasn't there, he'd be.
I'm sure he was letting them hear all about it.
Well, I went with a more current guy, and I went with Asante Samuel Jr.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I'm the only one.
Yeah.
But
I don't
He's the
know.
one right now, right?
yeah, let's say current.
Yeah. No, yeah. You threw me off when you said Asante Samuel. I was boggling my mind.
I
No.
said Junior.
I know. I didn't even.
I
I
mean-
have him, Ray. I have him.
Oh, okay.
I have him. It was.
Oh, okay.
So Drew was here early, but his mind was late.
I was as soon as I heard Asante Samuel, I was like, huh? Because I was like, as soon as I didn't even let Alex finish his thought. when
That's
he said
okay.
Junior, I was like,
That's okay. We'll let your brain, make it here.
yeah.
We'll
Well,
hold it down.
I mean, he's got 2 things going for him. He played for Florida State. He was born in October.
Oh.
I mean, he's
I'm about to leave my pick right now.
so. But he's only been in the league for 4 years. He's played all 4 years in San Diego. Well, for the Chargers. He's got 6 picks. He's very good in the slot and on the outside. Very physical corner for a little bit smaller stature guy. He's got 176 tackles in those years. 1 fumble recovery. So a few tackles for loss. Just a very good overall corner, really. He's got the pedigree.
And I just thought of an episode we could do since you keep bringing up birth months.
Oh, okay.
Well, why don't we just do an episode where we just like pick the best players that we can think of in our birth month?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We each bring a discussion about our month,
That's right.
why they're the best.
And see which team can beat the other ones.
We're the best team born in each month.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool idea, right?
See
Yeah.
if October
Write that
can
down,
beat
right? Write that down, right?
See if October can beat July or
I mean, they'll dominate July. I mean, it's a given.
Well, it sounds like they will in football at least.
Yeah. All right. Well, Drew, I think we're back around to you, buddy.
I have another cornerback. I went with old Casey Hayward.
Yep. I did too.
He was with the Chargers for 5 years. Had 14 interceptions. One of those years, he had 7, which led the league. He had 2 All-Pros in his 5 years in San Diego, 2 Pro Bowls. He's just another one of their solid corners they've had over the years. San Diego / LA, whatever. But I feel like the Chargers are one of those teams where they've had, besides like 1 or 2 guys, they've just had like stretches of these corners were there for 4 or 5 years and they were gone. So,
Well, they had a lot of solid D-backs,
yeah.
but they didn't have the superstar. I mean, don't have a huge number of accolades and stuff, but solid guys.
They probably have the closest thing they've had to a superstar in the backfield right now. Now his name escapes me, but their safety.
I can't think of it either. That's what I wanted to say, but I can't think of his name.
Yeah, he's been like the.
I seen him.
He's been one of the best, if not the best, free safety in football for a while.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He body slams Kelsey once a year.
Yeah,
Darwin James.
Derwin James. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes. Who's up next? You, Dad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Uncle Doug, we are to you, sir.
okay. Well, actually, I'm going with a safety, Rodney Harrison.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even think about Rodney Harrison.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Old Rodney played for 15 years, and 9 of it was in San Diego. He made a Pro Bowl and an All-Pro, 2 Pro Bowls and an All-Pro while he was in San Diego. While there, he had 26 interceptions, ran 2 of them back for touchdowns. He had 8 forced fumbled, 7 fumble recoveries, ran 1 of those back for a touchdown. He had 760 combo tackles, 603 solo, 22 tackles for loss, and looks like 21 sacks. For a safety, that's
Yeah. It's kind of crazy to think about.
yeah.
And 1 Rams Super Bowl. He's the one that hits Trent Green.
That's right. He's the
in
one
the
that took that
preseason.
green in the preseason game that gave Kurt Warner the starting job.
Poor guy.
And I believe Rodney went to WIU. Yes,
Yes,
he did. Yeah, he came out of WIU over in Macomb.
Hmm.
So, kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, Ray, we're to you, buddy.
All right. I went with the face of the Chargers for the longest time, Junior Seau.
We know you guys know how I feel about old Gino.
Well, you're wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't have him. but Drew's wrong.
Yeah, he's wrong about Junior, but I don't have Junior in 7-on-7.
I don't know what it is about him.
Well, but anyway, Drew, he's a Hall of Famer,
I know it. Yeah.
12-time Pro Bowler, 6-time All-Pro, Hall of Fame All-90s team,
Ooh.
Defensive Player of the Year. He was in San Diego for 13 years, 15 interceptions, 11 forced fumbles, 16 fumble recoveries, 1 for touchdown, 47 sacks, 1,480 combo tackles. Just a beast on defense. For as long as I can remember, he was on the Chargers. All them other teams, the Patriots stint, that was whatever. And there was another team he was on, but I always remember him on the Chargers. But Drew, why don't you like Sam?
I don't know. It goes back to, I think, was it the outside linebacker episode that we did a long time ago? Is that the one we put him in?
I don't remember, but it was a linebacker
It
episode.
was one of the linebacker episodes, and I just didn't have him. I don't know.
Okay. All right, cool. The unjustified hate of Junior Seau. I love it.
I have players like that. Some other ones, they're very justified, like Chris Paul. Boo.
He's retiring, ain't he?
Boo. About time.
Ain't
I
that what
thought he retired a couple years ago.
No, he's with the Spurs.
Yeah.
Well, he's with the Spurs. I don't know if he, yeah.
Well, right now, since everyone's hurt besides him,
Yeah, he's played the most games he's played in like quite a while. I don't think he's missed a game this season.
Wow.
but he's playing with
That
like
is amazing.
he's
for
playing
him.
with like no one for like the last 2 months because Wemby hasn't played like in a while.
Fox isn't
Fox
playing.
hasn't played,
Yeah.
so he's just kind of carrying these young guys by himself. And what I shouldn't say carry because they're just not gonna make the playoffs.
Spurs out there playing LA Fitness.
By the way, Lucas has scored 14 at the end of the first.
Oh yeah, that's
Nice.
my guy. We're losing, but he's got 14 in his return to Dallas.
All right, well, it's me, right?
Yeah.
Well, I am going with none other than Derwin James, the previously mentioned Derwin James.
Yep.
Anybody coming with me? Or?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. And Derwin James has been in the league 6 years. He's made 4 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pros. He came in second Defensive Rookie of the Year. Derwin James is one of those safeties that does just about everything. You know, he has 9 interceptions. He has 39 pass deflections. He has 5 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries. He has 17 sacks. He has almost 600 tackles. He has 34 tackles for loss, 28 QB hits. He's all over the field just doing anything and everything to wreak havoc on the game. He also will come down and play in the slot or over a tight end. Drew mentioned earlier that he has some very, very fearsome battles with Travis Kelce. I think this year he just pretty much like tombstoned Travis.
He does it
Kelce.
once a year.
Yeah.
He just picks. He doesn't care if he gets the flag. He just body slams him once a year in one of their 2 games, and I love it. I'm here
Rest
for it.
in peace.
That's enough
Yeah.
to get my vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So Derwin James is I think he's my last player.
And all 3 you guys had him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only 6. I got one more.
I say I have one more as well.
I got 2.
All right. So we're to you now, Drew.
My last player is Speedy Duncan.
Speedy Duncan.
I don't know who that is.
I almost put him on just for the name.
He was in San Diego for 7 years. In his time with San Diego, he had 21 interceptions. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro. He's an older guy. He was with the Chargers from 64 to 70, so an older guy, but he's had some decent interception years, 7 and 6. He led the league 1 year with yards on interception returns with 100. But end of the list kind of pick for DBs. You guys know how that goes, but he was my last one. So
I'll be honest with you, their all-time interception list is not impressive.
no, it's a Gill and then a bunch of 20s after that. Like
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Gilbert dominated that.
Indeed, he did. Well, Uncle Doug, you got somebody left?
I do. My last pick. And my last pick is Eric Weddle.
Yeah, it's mine too.
All right.
Didn't we put Weddle somewhere else too? I think we did.
Baltimore.
Did we put him in Baltimore?
I think we did. Is Baltimore or the Rams or somebody?
We haven't done the
We
Rams
haven't
yet.
done the Rams
Oh, we haven't
yet.
done the Rams yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we put him somewhere.
I can look back.
I'm pretty sure it's Baltimore. I think that's the Rams. He was there for a very short period of time, and at the end of his career.
Yes, we did put him on the Ravens.
Okay.
So that's it for Weddle. If he gets in.
Yeah, he only played one season in L.A.
Yeah. And that was kind of a crazy deal. He was actually retired. And the Rams called him up and said, "Hey, you want to come back and make a playoff run with us?" And ended up getting a Super Bowl ring out of the deal. 2-time All-Pro, 6 Pro Bowls, Super Bowl champion. Of course, that came with the Rams, not with the Chargers. He was in the Pro Bowl 3 years with Baltimore and 3 years with San Diego. He was first-team All-Pro 2 years and second-team All-Pro 3 years while in San Diego. So 5 of his 9 years, he was All-Pro. He had 19 interceptions for the Chargers. 3 of them he ran back for touchdowns. He had 5 forced fumbles and 6 fumble recoveries and ran one of those back for a touchdown. 851 combo tackles, 683 solo, 32 tackles for loss, and 6.5 sacks.
Sweet.
So,
And Ray, you said you had somebody left?
I got 2 left.
Oh, okay. Let's hear them both.
Okay. First one's Jason Verrett.
All right. Yeah.
I heard of him.
Yeah, he was good.
He had a couple years where he torn an Achilles, and I think he retired after, or he only played one game in 23, but he was in San Diego for 4 years. 5 interceptions, 1 interception TD, 1 fumble recovery, 80 combo tackles. Let's see. He was only in the league for like 8 years. So short and sweet. Oh, and he's got a Pro Bowl, 1 Pro Bowl. The next one is Bob Howard. Let me get to that one. He was an older guy. He played in the 60s and 70s. 8 years in San Diego. 21 interceptions. 9 fumble recoveries. And that's it for stats on him. He was a defensive back.
Way to go, Ray.
Thanks.
Well,
Keep you up to date.
I got 2 things. I'll move Speedy Duncan to Eric Weddle.
Okay.
I like that. And then also Wade picked Joyner, by the way. He just texted me back.
oh, so Charlie Joyner's in.
So,
You said you moved it Speedy Claxton to Weddle?
yes.
Okay. And then we're doing Joyner?
Mm-hmm.
Joyner's our man.
All right. No Jackson. Okay. Who the hell I got to move here? Oh yeah. Well, I'll take Barrett off and go to Samuel Jr. Take Howard off. And go to, what was it, Hayworth or Hayward?
Hayward.
Hayward, okay.
Casey.
So that means we have Jammer, Cromartie, and Hayward in. So not that many, actually.
Right.
Only 3 guys in so far. We still have a 1 on there, Ray.
Yeah, let me get rid of Sam for Drew's sake. I'll go to. I'll go to James.
Ooh, Derwin's in.
Good.
Deal. So we got 4 in.
3, 4.
So who doesn't have Bird?
I got Bird.
I have Bird.
I have Bird.
So you
Yeah.
got Bird?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know you said you had Bird.
Oh gosh.
Oh, okay. So Bird's in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy some of them auction paddles, and then
We're just gonna start holding them up.
yeah, we all got them.
No, you should just get like lights, green and red,
Yeah.
and then like green if we got them, red if we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So that means like we have Asante Samuel Jr., Harrison, and Weddle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who doesn't have Weddle?
I have Weddle.
I got Weddle.
I have Weddle.
I have Weddle.
What are we doing, right?
See, that's why we need the lights.
But that means we have 5 votes out there.
Right. Somebody's got one too many votes.
Well, because I went to Weddle, I thought.
I went to Weddle too. My speedy pick.
Oh,
went to
maybe
Weddle.
that was okay. I don't fucking know. Fuck. Well, whatever.
I'll say it makes sense the way it is numbers wise.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the numbers make sense right now.
Yeah, that is. That's
Okay.
28. So
Okay. So 3, 2, and 3. All right, and me and Doug's at Harrison.
right.
So Uncle Doug, are you the one that doesn't have Asante Samuel Jr.?
Yep. Because I've got Harrison and Weddle both.
All right. Well, that makes sense. All right.
I think we come off the strong safety and come to the corner. That's what I think.
Who's with me on Harrison?
Ray.
So I'll come off Harrison and go to Samuel, and Ray goes to Weddle, and we're done.
Yep.
Does that work?
Yep.
That
All right,
works.
That'll work.
Perfect.
So that means that our 7-on-7 defense for the Chargers is Gil Bird, Quentin Jammer, Antonio Cromartie, Asante Samuel Jr., Casey Hayward, Derwin James, and Eric Weddle.
Actually, pretty solid.
It is. It's not super special, but it's very solid.
I mean, the Chargers have had good players over
They-
the years. They just haven't been able to put it to winning all the time.
That's true. I think they have a pretty. This team could win a first round matchup for sure.
Oh yeah, they can cover,
Mm-hmm.
and James and Weddle will hit you on the back end, so
Yeah, absolutely.
they'll cover tight ends or whatever they need to.
Yes. I would agree. Well, guys, I think that brings us into. Oh, that ends our 7-on-7 talk and takes us into MVP discussion, which
It should just be
2006, LaDainian Tomlinson.
I would say it should just be
Yes.
Tomlinson.
I'd say I just pulled Tomlinson up to see what year it was. So NFL MVP. Wow, it'd be interesting. I haven't looked at this yet, so it'd be interesting
I'm
to see.
sure. Well,
Only 3 people got votes. Breeze and Peyton both got votes other than him.
No, Brady?
No Brady. Was this the year Brady tore his ACL?
06 seems pretty early for him to start dominating. He doesn't. I don't think he really takes off to the early, like the late 2000s.
That may be true too. Yeah.
Because
Well-
it's kind of like their slump period in between the 3 early ones, and then the first
Oh.
giant one I think is coming.
And Steven Jackson got an Offensive Player of the Year vote, so Doug.
Yeah, I saw that.
Good old Steven Jackson.
So anyway, LaDainian Tomlinson won the MVP, where he he completed 2 passes for 20 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
That's a
that was
great
impressive.
QBR.
Yes, it is. What you think his QB rating is like?
Probably better than Breeze and Manning.
Yeah. He also had 1,800 rushing yards with 28 TDs, which was the record. Which has it been broken now, or is it still the record?
I think 31. I think that's still a record because like when I play Madden games, I think it says you break LaDainian Tomlinson's record. I think he was the last one to do it in that row. We've talked
Yeah,
about
because
it.
it's that boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom.
I think he's
yeah.
the last one to do it.
Alexander, Holmes, and Tomlinson.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's the last. I think he has the rushing and the total. 'Cause
Yeah.
31's the total and 28's rushing.
Yeah, and
'Cause
so then he caught 56 balls for 500 yards and another 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's a pretty phenomenal season.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're looking at what 2,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, and then another 2 touchdowns passing for whatever crazy reason.
Well, that doesn't count to his passing touchdown. Was that count to his total or no?
No, it wouldn't.
I don't think
Yeah,
it
it's
did.
just-
I don't think passing counts to your total. You have to actually score it.
And then you have Drew Brees, who came in second, who he threw for 4,400 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 picks, and rushed for 32 yards on 42 attempts.
This has got to be. Was this one of his first years in New Orleans? Or it's getting close. It's got to be close. Because
sure.
what Rivers and Eli get drafted in what 04, 05?
06 is his very first year.
It
in
is.
New Orleans.
Okay, I knew it had to be close because
And then you have Peyton Manning, who threw for 4,400 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 9 picks, and had 36 yards and 4 touchdowns rushing.
not a bad year by Peyton, but it's not one of his.
Yeah, it's not one of those elite years. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't see how you take this away
I
from
mean,
him.
this is an
I don't
all-time
either.
year. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
this is his. He earned it.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to be one of the greatest running back seasons of all time.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I mean, we've seen a lot of guys go for 1,800 yards, but the 28 touchdowns and the 500 receiving yards,
Yeah.
like that's really
you're yeah. He hit all the categories. I mean, this is just an all-time player year for like in the NFL. Like this is just one of the top years people talk about. You talk about LT's MVP. I mean,
and just to give him credit, he didn't have a bad year by any means. Steven Jackson rushed for 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns, and then caught 90 balls for 800 yards.
And 3 more TDs.
Yeah, and 3 more TDs. I mean, that seems pedestrian next to Tomlinson's season, but it's really a phenomenal season in itself.
Dad, how good were the Rams probably in 06 at this time? Wasn't it just kind of the Steven Jackson show on offense?
Yeah. I don't.
Well, we can look at their records.
by
just to
06. I don't.
see. The Rams' record was 8-8.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
The Chargers' record. What's that going? Yeah. The Chargers were 14-2. So not only did Tomlinson do that, it led to winning apparently. The Saints were 10-6, which kind of surprised me. They weren't that great when Breeze first got there. And the Colts were 12-4.
Oh.
I wonder what Edgerrin James. Oh, this is a Joseph Adai year. All right. Well, so are we all in agreement that he should keep his MVP?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was pretty short conversation, but
Yeah.
it was a great year. Ray, how long are we?
49.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
right on mark.
yeah, okay. All righty. Well, we appreciate you tuning in for this San Diego Chargers episode, and we would appreciate you tuning in next week for our Oakland Raiders. And we appreciate you commenting, subscribing, rating, reviewing, and of course, email us at.
Sports the NEMO Way at gmail.com.
And thanks for tuning in to Sports the NEMO Way.